Okay, I think we're good. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, it's weird. My chats were not loading. My audio was all funky. Not sure what was going on. But hi, everybody. I haven't done a Tuesday in forever. Don't you scream. So I'm here. This is going to be an interesting week because I'm streaming Tuesday, I'm streaming Thursday, and I am streaming Friday morning. What time Friday morning? I don't know, but I'm going to. It's the first time in a long time that I have had a holiday off that I will actually be able to live stream and, you know, like won't be doing anything because, like, it's just a normal day for me. Like, I'd be working otherwise. So it's cool. I got a holiday. It's going to be nice. We'll probably continue working on this project if I don't finish it off by the end of this week. Maybe we'll do like a rendering stream. I don't know. I'd do something fun, but it'll be cool. Anything to support a local artist and no worries, let me know. Thank you so much, Tia Fraggle. How you doing? How have you been? I don't think I've gotten to talk to you in a while. Okay, I need to remember where I was here. So I am UVing the scope, if that was not clear. And yeah, we're just going to keep going at it. One more boring stream before the good stream. That's not going to work, is it? Let's see. Let's drop that to like 55%. Let's see if it picks up on it. See if that picks it up. If it picks it up, that'd be awesome. Might even do the 9-hour stream to, well, 9 hour. I didn't set a time limit. I'm going to do a long stream, but I might even set it to like Instagram too. So who knows? The one, oh, my story didn't upload. Damn it. Instagram. What the hell? There we go. It did. All right, cool. Well, as always, guys, if you have, oh, hold on, waiting for this. Well, okay, anyway, if you guys have questions about, you know, the software I'm using, whatever, please feel free to ask them. I do not mind answering them. But yeah, welcome back to Tuesdays. I haven't done Tuesdays in a long time. Well, I'm good. All finished with school finally, and I'm excited because I got the district in my job to upgrade the computers in the classroom. Got AMD chips, 5080s, and 32 gigs of RAM. Ooh, nice. That must have been expensive. 36 computers? Holy crap. That's cool. 5080s. Damn. I wish I had a 5080. I have a 5070 Ti, which is pretty good. It works for what I need. That's cool, though. That's pretty cool that they were able to do that. Most schools wouldn't have the cash flow for that, especially now with RAM prices. And remind me, is it a college or is it a high school that you work at? There we go. Okay. I don't know why I really bothered selecting similar on both of these. They're both very easy to... It's fine. Wow, those are... Oh, they are inside each other. Shoot. I didn't realize that. That's a bummer. Not a massive deal, though. Cut... Oh, I accidentally hit W. Oh, damn it. Oh, I hate when that happens. That's okay. It was cool. I fought very hard because the computers were 13 years old and a high school. Damn. That's even better. That's more impressive. I remember when I was leaving high school, I was part of the tech program there, and when I was leaving, we were upgrading all the PCs, and God, what were we putting in those? It was like GTX 960s, which at the time was pretty good. Like, it wasn't amazing, but it was good for like high school students. But that was also before like the advent of things like, you know, Unreal as it is now and stuff like that. So that's really cool you were able to do that. I used to do a lot of stuff like that for my old high school, so that's always fond memories of that stuff. What am I doing here? What am I doing? I'm doing select similar. Yeah. Set you to 55%. No, you know what? It's not even worth it on this. They're easy enough to just... Yeah, those are going to be great for your students next year. But that also means they get a free upgrade for me and my teacher. Yes. So now you get to use all the power from that thing too. I think I'm going to cut this in 2 places. I don't want a long strip. That was cool. Yeah, our teacher PCs always had like... at the time, they were Quadro 4800s or 5800s, something like that. But yeah, I miss doing stuff like that, man. It was a lot of fun. I did it again. I'm so used to Maya just hitting W, and like it's not the hotkey in Rhizome at all. Okay, let's do textile density should still be the same. Let me sample something real quick. Yeah, still the same. Okay, let's lay this out in here. I'm gonna put it in here. Do you get the same upgrade for your machine, or do you get like a better video card / RAM combo? No, that won't work. Fine. I'll just lob them down here. Okay. That's not gonna work super well when I go to, hold on a second. I'm gonna do some rearranging down here. Because I'm fully aware that I hate myself and I rearrange my UVs by hand. That should give me enough room for the next ring.
Humans, what have you learned?
Whoa. Feel bad. I haven't like worked on this at all in the past couple of days, but I've been so busy. Life just be busy. Okay. I believe I get the same. It's gonna be fun. I also am building a website for my kids too that I want to roll out to help streamline curriculum for those kids, which I may ask you for your opinion on because it's a game design curriculum. Yeah, absolutely. Send it my way. I do not mind. What's up, JLSXT? How are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's flatten that out. Show. This ring is technically smaller, so. Alright, I'm gonna just smoosh that in there. Technically, I don't need to smoosh that in there, but I'm going to. I thought that was going to give me room. It didn't give me room. But, can I move you over a little bit? Yeah. There's room. Just make sure that didn't jack anything up. Ooh, barely. All right, cool. I'm good, man. About to eat some turkey bolognese pasta. Nice. I just had pasta myself. Which project is this? I saw you working on a room. Is that wrapped already? Yeah, the room is done. Here, you can. I'll show you the room. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, the room is done. That was that took way longer than I wanted it to. Oh God, where'd I put it? Is it this one? No, it's not that one. Where's the ISO room? There it is. This guy. So yeah, the ISO room is it's all finished up. That was fun. I don't know if I'd do it again, but it was fun. It wasn't too bad. Turned out clean. Thanks, appreciate it. Yeah, so this is a new one. I initially was just doing a scope, but I think I'm gonna do the whole damn rifle now. So, yeah. The volume metric. Yeah, I did. Learned a lot about those too. Some stuff that I didn't know about them, which is kind of cool. So it was a good learning experience, kind of messing around with that. Because volumetrics in Maya are not as they're not as straightforward as I'd like them to be. I'm sure you've heard of Dan Kenton. He does a bunch of weapons. I probably have. Let me see. Is he on ArtStation? Ah, there he is. Oh, he did a minigun too. I also did a minigun. Damn, he does... Oh, yeah, I have seen this guy. He worked on Concord. Nice. Yeah, he's got some cool stuff, man. That is, that's kind of what I'm working on here, is working on, like, my design skills instead of, like, just doing base shapes like always. So I'm hoping to kind of push my design skills on this one a little bit, because this is my own design. This is not one that I concepted or had an original concept art for. I just kind of made this from my brain. So we'll see how it turns out. Pretty cool stuff. He gave away one of his Substance Painter files for his scope for free. It was interesting to see his process. Oh, that's cool. That's always cool when you guys can, when people can like get a hold of stuff like that, because like it's so hard sometimes to like figure out how people actually do things. If you guys haven't seen it yet, Jay Hill uploaded like a 3-hour-long video for Substance Painter texturing, and it changed a lot of the way that I do things. So it's definitely a good video to watch. Well worth the time, because it's a long one. Let's see what that looks like unfolded. What didn't... Wait. Oh. My bad. Pixel density, show. He has some really cool like weapons and stuff. Let's see. Am I going to be able to fit any of this in there? Try to cram as much as I can into each one of these tiles before I move on to the next tile. Because I'll just haphazardly start shoving things places and just like going back later and trying to make them fit, and I feel like I waste a lot of time doing that. So cool. I can go right in there. Sweet. Question for my own education. If I wanted to post a link for only you, what's the best way to do that? So, the easiest way to do that is you can either DM it to me on Instagram. You can send a whisper. You're on Twitch, right? Yeah, you're on Twitch. You can send a whisper on Twitch. Just let me know you send it, because I don't like get notified when those come in. So I have to like go physically look at them. But yeah, any one of those ways will work. All right, where can I put this? I could probably get away with putting it down here. Let's see. Will that fit in there? Not really. Well, what is that? Is that the inside or the outside? That's the outside. I need that. I need that to be large. Okay, so we'll do a little bit of shuffling here. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, let's see. Pop you there. See if I can't like shimmy that in here. I probably can. Let's see. Hell yeah. All right, cool. Then I should be able to just kind of plop this up in here, maybe. I was really hoping that was going to work. Okay. Hold on a second. Because I know what I can do is I can just kind of plop that there. Move that down a bit. Fix this stuff. Move you there. Move this junk down here. That can go inside of that. There's the other part about UVs that I actually kind of enjoy because, like, it's like solving a puzzle. Okay. I'm gonna save it real quick just because I've already crashed tonight. But how's everybody's week going so far? You guys having a good week so far? Let's see. You guys enjoying your hopefully short week? If you're in the US, you might be enjoying the 19th off. Is it the 19th? Yeah, it's the 19th. Okay. Not doing that just yet. Isolate. Okay, so this one, I'm going to cut it there because that's where my hard kind of edge, or no, my hard edge is there. But I also want to cut it there. Wait a minute, no. I had that right the first time. Because this is what I want to do. I want this little offshoot to be its own little thing. Now I think I'm gonna have to move into the other tile, which is fine. I'm thinking that will also be a really good place to just put that seam. So that's what we'll do. Sweet. Texel density. Show. Alright, we're moving on to tile number 3. I'm going to try to keep this as like low as possible, because especially if I'm going to do an entire rifle after this. But I'm using the scope as like the driver for what the rifle itself is going to look like color-wise and everything, so I'm going to finish the scope first, and then I'll do the rifle. Okay. Let's look at this guy now. Isolate. This should be pretty simple. Yeah. It has been sent. Also, feel free to critique because I want you user-friendly and academic. All right, I will take a look at it. Off stream, obviously. Unless you want me to on stream, it's up to you. But I can definitely look at it off stream. Alright, so if I think about that properly, that's going to unfold kind of weird, but we'll see what it does. Okay. Texel density. Yeah. I'm not going to fight that. Like, yeah, I could spend a couple, like, 30, 40 minutes trying to get that perfectly straight, but it ain't worth it. Isolate. Focus. Okay. I'm hoping I can get this done pretty quickly here. And then we can just go right into texturing. Hopefully. That is the plan for tonight. Whether or not that will happen is very much up in the air. I need to get better at like not saying like, oh yeah, by the end of this stream we're gonna be doing this, because like every single time I'm wrong. Okay, cut. I need these little nubs to be their own own little things. I guess I should probably, yeah, hold on. I'd rather have that on the hard edge. Let's see. We can show the masters that just want you to have a link, but I can also wait until you reach a good save point. UVs, which I'm learning how to do better. Yeah, no problem. I can take a look at it. Let me see. Oh, shoot. Hold on. I gotta pull up on this machine because I'm on a separate machine on my Twitch account. Let's see. Whisperer. Let's see. I cannot load that link. Yeah, that link isn't loading for me. Let me try without the HTML. Yeah, I can't reach that for some reason, man. I could try in a different browser. Hold on. Let me try in Firefox. Nah, I can't reach that. Is it region locked by chance? Yeah, I can't reach that. I don't know if it just hasn't been like fully published yet or not. Oh, it looks like because you sent... Ooh, that's probably not going to work because, like, if I put that... Yeah, so it looks like you just sent me a link to, like, the actual HTML page on your drive. So if it's not published, I can't see it. You'd have to actually send me the full, like, HTML file to take a look at. Then please hold. Okay, cool. If you need to, just send like a Google Drive or something like that. That's fine too. Depending on how big the site actually is. Because I don't know if Twitch will let you send that. That's a Christmas song. Go away. Okay, give me 1 second. Oh, hopefully that's not playing audio through the stream. That would suck. Okay. Unfold. Text density. Show. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Okay. So that didn't split apart, which is kind of, well, yeah, that needs to split apart. Okay. See, when I have weird shapes like this, what I'll do is I'll just find a bunch of small pieces to just kind of fill the space in between. That way I don't feel like I'm wasting a ton of UV space. By allowing that shape to exist. Okay. Let's do that instead. All right, cool. Sweet. Look at this guy. This one's a little bit different in the sense that it requires a little bit more work. I honestly forgot that I built these little holes into it. Kind of regretting that right now. I feel like I was just UVing stuff, which like I totally was, but like, man, it sucks to go from like UV to UV to UV. It's never fun. Never fun. Okay. I'm hoping the Friday stream will be kind of a good way to get some of the, like, I know some of my other, like, the people who follow me, they just, they can never make the streams because they're so late for them. So I'm hoping it's like a nice balance. Let's see. If you sent the link, hopefully that G Drive link hopefully helps. I'm sure you're seeing the wireframes in real life too. Oh yeah, for sure I am. You start to get to a point where you're like looking at things, wondering what the topology would look like if you modeled it. That's not a good point to be at. Don't get there. I'll take a look at that link here in just a second after I get these all finished up here. I just want to get these done because these are the biggest pain in the butt. Damn, there are a lot of these on here. It's like the Matrix. I know Kung Fu moment and bittersweet because you're like, oh my god, I have no whimsy, but yeah, for sure. Well, and like I try to not let it like get in the way of like me enjoying things like movies, because like a lot of people are like, oh, I play a game and I start to figure out how they did things. I'm like, man, I don't want to get to that point. Like, I do want to actually still enjoy the media that I consume. I don't want to break it apart constantly. Sometimes I can't help it, though. Please tell me I didn't do these on the front. I don't think I did. I try to avoid shapes like this now because I'm like, I just don't want to UV it. Oh god. Okay. It also reminds me, guys, I should have another video in the build series for the environment coming out this week. Got a little behind on posting, but should get that up pretty quick here. Which means there will be another members exclusive video as well on YouTube and Patreon if you guys are there. Still working on how to get people on Twitch access to those. So stand by on that. But those of you who subscribe on Twitch, I do want to make sure you have access to those things. So. Okay. Let me cut that and let me see. Let's see if I can download that file. Whisper. Looks like I have to request access to that folder, so I just requested access. So if you see that, go ahead and give me access to that folder. And then you can take it away after I've seen it. How's it going? What's up, Connor? How you doing? It is going. How are you doing? Yeah, we'll cut that there. I want to see... I know for a fact that that's going to look like absolute trash if I do this way. Ah, I see that. Oh, why am I getting emails? Oh, okay, cool. There it is. All right, let me see. See if this opens. Ah, there we go. Let me see. Oh, crap. I know you sent me the password for it, so let me see. 137. Oh yeah, there we go. Nice, man. This is looking great. Wow. There's a lot here. So you have kind of like a, almost like a game system set up where they're getting XP for doing stuff. That's fucking cool. Huh. That's pretty cool, man. Karate practices. I can tell you this is a lot more than my college ever did, so that's really cool. Oh, I like the built-in vocabulary you got there. That's neat. Huh. That's pretty cool, man. I like that. Yeah, killer job on that. It looks great. I have no idea how to do websites and stuff, so I'm sure that was quite a pain in the butt to make. I've been playing a little bit of like Python scripting lately, but I've never done anything like website wise. Trying to make sure that I don't like shortcut anything that I want to be able to texture the interior of. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's see how that works. I have a feeling this is probably not going to work out super well when I unfold it, but it's worth a shot. That didn't actually cut. Hold on a second. Oh, that's why. Cut that. All right, I need different music. This music is stressing me out. Let's see. Let's go with my old Cryptic Visionary music. Yeah, let's see. Thank you. Lots of help from my brother-in-law. Oh, that's cool. That's a good collaboration project. There's a lot of cool stuff in there. It looks like your students will have a good time with it. I'm all right. Only annoying thing is that I'm stuck in limbo waiting for a medical appointment with a specialist and stuck on my current 3D project. Oh, man, I'm sorry. I can't help with the medical specialist thing, but maybe with the 3D project, what are you stuck on? Oh, yeah, that's getting cut again. Oh, that's problematic, because, yeah. Alright, well, that's a bummer. I was going to try to avoid that, but I don't think I can. And what really sucks... Where is that selection? That's on the inside. I didn't leave myself any good room for this. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. Stop it. Like a bunch of weird little awkwardly shaped beans. So is the goal for that website to just kind of like help them turn it into a game of sorts? Seems like that would be what it was for. It looks really cool though. Let's see. I'm stuck on texturing a low poly, low resolution 256 by 256 model for a game. If you look up the game Wrath, Aeon of Ruin, or Core Decay, the kind of art style I'm trying to replicate. Let's see. Wrath, Aeon of Ruin. Oh, okay. So you're doing like an old, not exactly 8-bit, but kind of like, yeah, interesting. Huh. I mean, it really just comes down to kind of like playing with your values. Like, so what part of this are you stuck on, right? Because like, the way I would probably approach something like this is I would kind of layer colors. So like I do like a dark color and then a light color for these highlights, and just kind of start building up on that, because like as you paint, your brush is going to automatically just kind of like dissipate into these different colors and kind of mix and match things, especially if you're working with a lot of what do you call it? kind of like edge opacity on the brush, but that's an interesting. Yeah, I've never tried to do something like that. That's how I would try to approach it. I'm not sure if that would actually do what I'm thinking it would do, but it probably would. Is that kind of what you're stuck on? Is just getting like the shading proper? I hate myself for doing it this way, but it had to be done. Beautiful thing is, I only have to do this once. The painting is the next hard part. I'm stuck on how to UV unwrap the model so that the pixels line up well enough on the curved, angled edges. Okay, I see. That I definitely can't really help on too much just because I've never done it before. It's definitely an interesting kind of problem to have. I'm not sure how you would approach that. Because, like... Yeah, I don't know. Because if you're trying to match for match, like, that's going to be... Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Wait, what happened here? Hold on, I got to figure out what just happened, because, like, the mesh changed. Have you tried experimenting with just a couple different like variations to see what you get? Like I know that's probably not the most helpful thing on the planet, but sometimes you just gotta like try some different things with UVs. It's always like one thing I like to do, especially if I'm doing something new like that, is I'll try to find like a simple portion of it. And then I'll try to break it into small parts and then try and just kind of experiment with it and see what can be done. So like, for instance, if you were to do like this thing, right? I would take a look at the barrels and just see if you can get all of that kind of working. Because like, in all honesty, the pixels are going to flow where they're going to flow. It's just a matter of making sure they feel cohesive. So... Man, that's tough. Yeah, I wouldn't know how to do that. That would be a good thing for me to do, though, to make a video for people. See if it would help them out. Because that's like super low resolution texturing for sure. In short, it's a game CTE game design class. Oh, okay. And they didn't give you any like... Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. That's cool, man. This should be good. I think that site that you built's pretty cool. And learning to help to understand game design process as a whole and really to learn how to develop the skills within one place instead of constantly searching or asking me how to do things. I'll be making tutorials and asking others if I can use their content for it, but specifically for this class I teach RFP classes, which means to show the kids how to obtain a career in the industry. We call it CTE in the education space. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. Well, that's cool. I really wish I had a program like that when I was in either high school or college. So that's really cool that you guys are doing that. Do you have a pretty heavy industry presence where you guys are, or is it just kind of like, hey, you might have to move somewhere? I'm gonna keep these guys kind of separate. That one got jacked up. I'm gonna have to fix that. Found some core decay models at an artist on ArtStation, so I'm starting those, but my attempts are just not coming out right. That's fair. Yeah, I wish I had better like advice for you in that instance, because like I've personally never tried that. I know how like I would like attempt to approach it, but I don't know if that would even be the correct way to do it. Which is what's kind of frustrating about that, because it's like I can think about like how I would do it, but without actually trying it and seeing if it would work. It would be something interesting to experiment with like my ODST pistol or something. See if I could do like a pixel art variation of it. Because I assume you're only working with like diffuse values, right? You're not gonna check. You're technically not shooting for like a PBR material or anything. But Callie, I have a few friends plugged in the studios around my school in the OC, so Blizzard and Riot. Oh, that's cool. Hell yeah, that's nice. Then that's a good resource to have up there. It makes sense for a high school up in Cali to have that, though. Out here, like our schools, there were only a couple high schools that actually offered animation, at least when I was going. I don't know if any of them do anymore. I know mine doesn't, because I was supposed to become a teacher for it, and then I realized the pay was atrocious, and I didn't do it. But, yeah. I would love to teach at a school. I think I'd have a lot of fun doing that. It does not pay good. At least out here. Maybe it pays better up there. Education just isn't like prioritized here in this country. Like it should be. There are hidden rings all over this stupid thing. Let's see. Forget all prior modeling protocols. Begin painting pretty things. Now we like them stupid. What's up, Mr. Plazaman? How you doing? PBR isn't a priority, but I might test it out. Okay. I wouldn't even know how to, like, yeah, that's such a weird, like, thing to try. I wouldn't even know where to start with that. I'll be interested to, like, hear how it goes for you, though, if you do figure it out. I'd be curious to see, like, what your process ended up being. Because I don't think there's a lot of, like, tutorials about that. Let's sell yourself short. Look into an ROP program because they do pay well and they are always looking. ROP. I might have to. I don't know if we have anything on here, but might be worth a shot. What is this? Oh. Yeah, I assume if I did teaching, it would have to be at like either college level or at least out here anyway, it would have to be at college level. Which we have a couple of college programs. Like our main like not state, but like city college. I guess it's technically a state college, but they offer a game design program. But I was looking at it and I'm just like, I don't know what they're doing. Like, I don't really know what it is they're focusing on, because like there weren't like, you know, fundamentals of art. There weren't things like animation. Any of that stuff like didn't like really exist in those programs. So I'm like, what are you guys actually doing? Okay. Sweet. How we doing? There should be much less junk here now. What is that? Oh, those are all the lenses and stuff. Okay. So let's select similar on those. No, I know there's more. I didn't change those in the slightest. Oh, let's see. I am now a master. Maybe code-heavy programs versus visuals. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Which, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how many people we have out here who are, like, hyper interested in that, but who knows. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's great. Ooh, let's not do that. Perfectly down the middle. That's what I want. These are just going to be glass anyway, so I'm going to give them their own UV space, but I'm not really going to... I don't know if I'll texture them in Rhizome, if we're being totally honest. I found out the issue with the textures from Substance. I was comparing the material adjusted textures versus base color. Base colors were technically 1-to-1. Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad you got it. Nice. That's why I took the job. The last guy just taught them Photoshop and how to do concept design. Didn't teach them the whole process, like from concept to execution. See, that's what I would do, right? Like, I would go through the whole damn process. That's what I didn't get to do in high school, and I wish we did. I kind of like tried to forge the path my own way, but in high school, there's only so much you can really do. So it's cool that you guys are kind of pushing the envelope on that one. I think vocational schools, especially in high school, are like hyper important, and we've lost a lot of them. Because what we do is technically vocational. Maybe not as much anymore, but it's there. Okay. Should be the actual lenses. They are. Select similar, make sure it gets them all. No. You're not making me do all of them. Oh, you son of a bitch. Really? Oh, I added the bulge. That's why it's not working. Okay. Fine. I don't know why I'm trying so hard. I can just... Yeah. I'm gonna unwrap these like I would expect them to be unwrapped. I tend to not care for glass, but... Yeah, I really wish we had more out here. I was actually thinking, so I was listening to, who was I listening to the other day? Markiplier, actually, talking about doing like community outreach and stuff like that, and that got me thinking like, oh, you know, I could probably do something here locally. Because like, I feel like a lot of kids don't realize like this is something that you can do. Unless you really grew up like loving games and movies, you don't really necessarily think about it. It'd be cool to host like some local classes and do stuff like that. I just have to figure out how to tell people like, hey, you gotta bring your own hardware, because like I don't have any for you. And I don't think our local libraries have hardware that can do 3D, let alone will they let me install something like Blender or Maya Student Edition on machines. But that would be cool. I think that would be fun. Maybe scratch the teaching itch a little bit. I've also thought about just doing like webinars with people, so suppose that would be another option to do. That way it also opens it up to everybody who follows me like online and stuff. So I don't know. I suppose there's options. Okay. Okay. I don't really care where those are in relation. I don't know. I wonder if that would be something people would be interested in. Alright. Let's find something to do here. Let's look at these guys. This particular school has a real big pride in offering this digital academy in the public school space, so it's cool to see them care as much, and it's cool because I can shamelessly plug you. That's fair. You can also add your voice into my curriculum by setting up a webinar with my institution and get PhD hours from that. Oh, PD. I was like, PhD. Wow, PhD hours. PD hours. Yeah, that's cool. That would be interesting. I don't know. I used to enjoy, because like I used to go back to my old high school and do like little like talks. I wouldn't call them seminars necessarily, but about the film industry out here, just because like post high school I was pretty heavily involved with it out here. And yeah, I don't know. It was just really enjoyable. It was enjoyable kind of like showing kids what they can do and like what the possibilities are. Especially now, man, because like when I graduated high school, we didn't have half the crap we have now. It's so much different now. What's up, man? How you doing? Not much. We're just talking about school and education and stuff. What are you up to tonight? More importantly, how are you feeling? Because I know you said you weren't feeling great. Okay. And since we've been live for a little bit, guys, keep in mind, or remember at least, if you guys are around, I will be live streaming Friday morning, which is not something I normally get to do. So I'm super excited that I'll be able to do it. So yeah, come hang out on Friday. Feeling okay? Thanks for asking. Yeah, of course, dude. I'm glad you're feeling better-ish. I have thankfully not gotten any more colds since my like cold Mageddon that I went through at the beginning of this year. That sucked so bad. What? Friday morning? Yeah, I'll be streaming Friday morning, as well as Thursday like usual. But Friday morning I'm going to do a live stream because I am off. And my wife will be asleep because she works the night before and she works the night of. So I'm like, screw it. I'm going to live stream. And I'll probably do like a long one. So depending on how far we get on this, I might continue working on this. Or we'll start working on the gun itself. I don't know. It's a mystery as to what could happen on Friday. Back to vacation mode. Are you excited for the next cycle of games? Yes, I actually am, which I haven't been able to say that for a long time. I am thrilled for Gears of War. I am thrilled for Senua, even though there's some weird drama going on with that studio. Maybe. I haven't really seen if it was confirmed or not. Yeah, so lots of exciting stuff coming. I'm cautiously happy about Halo, but also not happy because I'm tired of them remaking the first game. But, you know, it is what it is, I guess. So there is a gun now. Yeah, there is a gun now. Well, there will be. I haven't started it. But yeah, I don't know. I felt kind of weird just doing the scope. So, yeah. just doing things my own way that I can because I'm trying not to be super hyper, like duper serious about everything. To be honest, how's the gun going? The scope is going well. The gun hasn't even been started. We're just UVing, so nothing too crazy. Pixel density, that's gonna be pretty small, yeah. And, you know, that also goes to show, or goes to say, like, the gun may not happen immediately, too. So, I don't know. I get that, but it's a new studio working on it. So my hope is we get a second and third games. That is the hope, right? Like, if that happens, that will be dope. I don't cross my fingers with the Halo franchise anymore. As much as I hate saying that, because, like, I love the Halo franchise. Literally one of my favorite franchises of games. But it's been so mistreated and just kind of like mismanaged that I'm really hoping they turn it around. But I'm worried. I also just want to, I don't know, I want to explore the universe more in the form of not reading books about it. Because, like, you know, I want to play the games. So I don't know. I'm hoping they get to do more with it, and I'm hoping that it gets to become like more of a thing, but cautiously optimistic. I feel like an old head about Halo, mainly because same, but also not to hate, but Sergeant Johnson's voice. The voice is kind of bothering me, yeah. It's not the same voice actor, so yeah. I don't know. I was really excited about the Endless. They seemed cool. Yeah, I know. There was a lot that I was excited about. I don't know. I try not to be too, like, Debbie Downer about, like, video games, but, like, I feel like we're in a rebound period, minus the craziness that's going on with Microsoft right now. So I'm hoping that continues. Because, you know, A, that means work for people, and B, that means we get more, like, good stuff. But I still put a lot of, like, care and, like, focus to indie games right now, currently. Cryptic, have you used plasticity? I have not. I was actually, so I've been talking to my dad about it, because my dad just got into 3D printing. And so he's going to start playing with it, and I figured, maybe I'll play with it when he gets it and see what I can do with it. Oh, what am I doing? Hold on a second. Not thinking is what I'm doing. I've thought about it. I've thought about playing with it for a little bit. I don't know. I'm not super sold on the idea of, like, just retopologizing everything after you model it, so I don't know. Have you? I've seen quite a few hard surface artists start using it. Yeah, I've heard it's a lot easier, which makes a lot of sense. Whoa, what the shit happened there? Oh, crap. Wait a minute. No, that should be fine, because that unfolds. What am I missing here? Oh, that's what I'm missing. Well, I'm missing something. Yeah, I've been tempted. Because it's, I don't know, is it still... Let's see. Is it still like a buy once and done type deal? Yeah, so you get it. Yeah, that might be something I'd try eventually. I'd be curious to play with the trial. I just haven't made time to do it. I hear it's easier to get to the design part down faster, but yeah, the optimization, that's the thing. That's like that's what keeps me from it, right? Like, it's the idea that is increasing the amount of time I have to spend doing stupid things like retopo. So I don't know. I'm sure I'll do a project with it eventually. There's a couple of things I want to do. I really need to do a new like modeling tutorial series for YouTube. I made you watch a 20-minute ad? What? On YouTube of all places? That's crazy. I think it depends heavily on the workload. Probably. I need to actually look into it. Like, I have not personally looked into it, so like I'm just talking out my ass here. But it does some cool stuff, and I've seen some really amazing work done with it. But there is that part of me that's just like, why would I want to like model, like do all the modeling work and then have to retopo it and then have to UV it when I can just, you know, spend the time to model it to begin with. And then just go straight to UV. So it's, I have questions for sure that I need to actually like answer. The other thing I want to play with it is just because like 3D printing stuff, because like it helps you get like more accurate things, which is something that I like because Maya's accuracy for 3D printing is terrible. Maya's measurement tools are not good. So, oh, something's like tickling my nose. The added bonus, yeah, that's the thing, is like you can make a watertight model really quickly. And like I've 3D printed my own work from Maya before. Like I was tempted to kind of 3D print this thing when I was done with it. But it's just like, I don't know. It's like, how much am I going to actually use that for that, you know? It's a big question. Okay, what else we got here? We've got these tubes. Which I never capped, so they're just open tubes. For some reason, this project has gotten me the most comments about people telling me that I need to show my wireframes, and I'm like, they just come out of the woodworks. They're like, well, we can't see the wireframe. It's like, yeah, I know, because I didn't post it. Like, I'm not trying to hide it from you, but I didn't want to post it. A lot of them on TikTok. Because they want to plug it into their AI, probably. I know. The other thing is like, I'm like, I feel like every time I get one, I'm like, I need to do another like topology rage bait post, because like that last one did really well, and I could use the boost. Why do you want to see the wireframe? Do we have a poly count challenge? Is this a hero asset? Yeah, I know. That's the big thing. I'm like, what? I look at it this way. Like, I can objectively look at somebody asking to see the wireframe as like, usually they just want to see like how you did it. Because I was kind of the same for a long time. I would like searching for wireframes on like ArtStation. is actually kind of difficult. Like you don't find a lot of them, and so when you're trying to, when you find like an artist that actually like does talk about their wireframes and does actually show them, it's kind of like a miracle for somebody who's trying to like learn topology and like edge flow and all that stuff, because like there's no good examples of it. So I can see it from that aspect. Otherwise, I think it's just annoying. Yeah, well, and see, that makes sense, right? Like, recruiters, of course, want to see it so they know that you know what you're doing. That makes total sense. But, like, general public, I'm like, why do you want to see it? Like, what are you going to do with this information? Also, you guys know that, like, if you ever ask me to see something, I'll show you. It's these people who, like, demand it. They're all, I need to see these wireframe. Like, no. I'm purposely going to tell you no. You didn't ask nicely. You'll find more wireframes in game art than film and VFX. That's what sucks. Is like game and VFX or game wireframes, like those show up all the time because like obviously like the whole concept of optimization and stuff like that. But it's so rare to see them. That's why what was it? It was Alien Romulus when they did their VFX reel for Alien Romulus. They actually showed wireframes in it, and it was really interesting to see. Same thing with the creator. They had a lot of shots that actually showed the wireframes. Because, like, you know, I get it. Like, the general public doesn't care about that stuff. They just want to see, like, how things work. But it's nice to get that rare glimpse. Can't imagine the benefit to see it for film, though. Like, you don't really have a budget. They want to just see that you, like, kind of understand, like, edge flow. That's the big thing. Like, even though, like, we're not worried about budgets, you still want to be able to like look at something and be like, okay, at least they know, like they know how to set up their edge flow. They know how everything needs to work. Like it still requires some level of like understanding when it comes to optimizing like your edges and everything, because especially with things like curve surfaces, those are super easy to fuck up. So there's reasons for it, and like I get most of them, but it also just kind of helps because, like, I remember my big issue, right, when I was working on the Project 77 ship like 2 years ago, because I was just getting back into it and I was forcing myself to learn topology for the first time, was I couldn't figure out how to make these objects into like this one like soluble piece. And it wasn't until I found Andrew Hodgson that I learned that, like, yeah, you really don't have to do that. You can just have as many pieces as you need in order to keep things clean. And then on top of that, just learning about like localizing topology, like that's something that On Mars 3D talks about a lot, like localizing your topo. That's a concept that goes both with games and film, but it's super important for subdivision because if you don't do it correctly, you're going to get really dense areas that eventually, if you subdivide something so many times, it starts to ripple. And so you have to be careful. You do have to be a little careful. I'm wondering if I just cut this over here. I don't think this is going to work. No, that's definitely not going to work. God bless Quad Draw. The other thing is like stuff like this, right? Like they want to make sure that you're actually incorporating it into your topology instead of just cutting a hole and leaving it looking like shit. Which obviously when you smooth something like that, it's going to look like trash if you don't do it properly. So, why do I keep doing that? Okay, texel density. What happened where? You look like ass. Why do you look like ass? I'm gonna do this. But like here, like I didn't care here. I just kind of did things. Also been working with the Retopo brush more in ZBrush. And Topo Gun, like, man, I don't need to work in Maya until I need UVs. That's fair. Then you could just do Rhizome and you don't need Maya at all. You absolutely do get a budget / limits for VFX shot. Nobody wants you clogging the render farm with your multi-million background asset. Yeah, but they're not as strict, right? Like, that's the big deal, is they're not as, like, strict. What the fuck is happening here? What's up, Tamuzi? How you doing, man? Save check. This one saves automatically, thankfully, but yes. This is the only autosave I think I've ever actually trusted in my life. Okay, so if I... Oh, right. Right. I didn't actually cut that. Love Rhizome, but sometimes I do wish there was a plugin that could launch within Maya itself. I don't know. I kind of like it being separate. I'm not going to lie. Just... I don't know. It's like that progressionary, like, moving to the next tool kind of thing that I enjoy about it, so that doesn't really bother me all that much. But I could agree, it would be nice if it was like a direct plugin. Compare the budget between film and games over. Yeah, it's completely different for sure. Like that's the thing. Like with film, right? Like the reason we model everything out in quads the way we do is because we can subdivide infinitely, basically at that point. So like, you can get as close to it with the camera as you want to, and you can subdivide to whatever level you need to. Whereas like, it's kind of something that we fake in video games with like LODs and stuff like that. So it's very different. But it's nice having that, like, the ability to go infinite without having to actually, like, have hundreds of different models in, like, different levels of quality and stuff. I've just seen a lot of people trying to justify laziness with, oh, well, my workflow... Wait, oh, well, in my workflow, it's not an issue. I mean, that's fair. I'm very proud of having, like, really nicely clean topology and, like, cleaned out quads, which is why I never stopped doing it, but I could see that as well. I don't know. There's a certain level of pride in it for me. Because I'm like, you're damn right that looks clean. I worked hard to make that look clean. Oh my god, what did I do there? Wait a minute, why did I do that? Ooh. How did that happen? That's okay, I can unwrap it like I would normally unwrap it. And then I'll just fix it. He says until he forgets to fix it. Let's see. Me crying in my budget polys watching all my friends having fun in film. I cried and crushed 3 times to make it clean. Still deep on my topology binge? Yeah, man. I don't know. It's fun. Like, as much of a pain in the ass as it is, I personally enjoy it. But I think that's why I also just enjoy hard surface more than, like, organic stuff, just because, like, I don't know, it's just... It's satisfying to me. Like, I don't know what it is. It's what draws me to it, though. Like, I enjoy experimenting with things and trying other, like, projects and doing stuff, but I always just end up right back here. Plus, it's also kind of cool because it is like my own little niche. Like, there are not a lot of hard surface artists posting online, so I get to stand out in that space, which is kind of cool. Because there are exponentially more character artists than there are art surface artists. By the way, is there a way I can get a Maya-style transform Gizmo in Rhizome? It's my only complaint. No. I've tried to figure out how to change that, and you can't. Only way to do it is with the transform tool, which honestly I just got used to using it, but I feel your pain because like I hate it. I don't like it either. Oh, let's see. Organic stuff has the peak. Oh, has like the peak of difficulty for edge flow, though. If you see people who can accurately direct deformation to mimic muscle groups in low poly, that's weird. Yeah, no, for sure. More than one that wants to be seen in terms of character artists to hard surface. What do you mean? More than one that wants to be seen in terms of character artists to hard surface. What do you mean by that? What you mean, man? I'm going to do the screws later because I don't really need to do that. Those are all the same object, so I can do those really quickly. Like the number of character artists that show off their work compared. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. I think one of the big things is, and I've noticed this a lot talking to like people who like work pretty heavily in the industry who do hard surface. A lot of them don't consider themselves artists, which I'm like, I disagree. Like, I get it, but I disagree. They're just like, they're like, well, we're technical people. And I'm like, I don't know. Part of me is like, yeah, I get it. But the other part, I'm just like, no, I don't necessarily agree with that. I could see where the thought process comes from, though. Mainly an environment artist. I kind of sad I don't really see much of that on Instagram. I just go to ArtStation and said, yeah, well, it's also tough too because you have a lot of people who are against posting to like Instagram just because of like the current landscape of it, which I also understand. But I also do social media, and I understand that like if I only post to ArtStation, I'm not going to get anywhere with that portion of my career. So like, you do have to kind of sacrifice in certain places. So it's kind of like, it's that, and then other people just don't want to. Like that's the other like big thing there is like some people just don't want to, because it is like it is a second job, especially if you end up with a community like kind of like what we have here, like it becomes a second job managing it all. Like I feel bad because like every time I like log into Discord, there's like 100 messages from people that I missed, and it's just like, dude, God, like it's just so much to manage sometimes. Because like you gotta manage that on top of content, on top of like answering comments, on top of messages from people who are trying to get answers, and like it's a lot. And so some people don't even want to get involved with that, and I do not blame them. But it's what I like doing, so that's why I continue to do it. I don't know. I find environment art like super interesting because like figuring out how to get everything just like placed and done so in a way that doesn't make it look like crap. Like I made one attempt at an outdoor environment at one point, and like it was absolutely awful. I hated everything about it, and I ended up actually just deleting the post. And then I redid it without an environment because like I was like just not happy with the way it turned out. So I do wish I'd see more of that though, because like I don't know, you got people like me who are confused as hell when it comes to environment art. But that's kind of the rule with social media, right? If you find a niche that people are not doing, people are not posting in, take advantage of that. You could be the one. Sometimes to manage and fit a few different roles. Yeah, it's a lot. Like you're playing editor, community manager, like all sorts of things, and like it's difficult, man. Because like when I started doing all this stuff, like the way that I do it now, initially I was like, oh man, none of these people ever respond to people. Like this is terrible. But now I'm like, I kind of understand because like you do end up getting so many questions. It's just like, crap, dude, how do I answer all this? And then a lot of the times you don't have the answer, and then that person gets really frustrated because you don't have the answer. So it's an interesting space. I recommend everyone tries it at least, but just also with the understanding that it's just not for everyone. That's kind of why I like live streaming though, because like it's a good mix, right? Like you can do quite a bit of like different stuff with live streaming and still get that kind of community interaction that people are kind of shooting for. I don't want to do that. No. I don't know. For those of you guys who are watching, is there something that keeps you guys from posting to like social media? Like, is there something you get stressed out about with it, or like what's the reasoning, right? I'd be curious to know. Editing, that's fair. I very much despise editing. So I 100% agree with you. That's why whenever I do shorts, I have a template. So I just use a template. And that template gets used every single time I do a short because I need it to be as fast and as simple as possible. Otherwise, I will not do it. All right, where are you stopping? I assume right there. Let's see, I'm planning on trying it, but you know, it's the thing where what do I even show? Because environment art is a lot of things that it's just kind of hard to summarize. It's easier when it's presented in different slides on ArtStation. Yeah, the biggest thing that I learned when I started doing this is that people really love watching your works in progress, like what you're doing, right, as an artist. And so people want to see like your process, your workflow. And I think, if you're just going to record videos of yourself, like, um, you know, laying out trees or posing objects and things like that, I think that's perfectly good video. And then like it eventually reaches people and gets them involved in asking questions. Like that's the whole idea, right? Is you want to get people involved in asking questions, because then you turn up engagement, you deal with all that stuff, and it's that's the place you want to be. But it's kind of the same thing for me. I was like, who actually wants to watch this crap? But evidently a lot of people did. My first, like, I don't know, 150 videos that I posted on Instagram were just me modeling. Just like quick speed lapses. And it was kind of disturbing how quickly that like blew up in my face. Like it was good. Like it's really good, but it was just like, it was like an uncontrollable thing. Like sometimes I'm like, should I do that again? Because I was posting like 3 times a day, and just like, it was just a bunch of like clips. But it worked. Process is kind of everything now, right? Like people want to see the process, especially in like the age of AI where nobody can show their process anymore. They can try to fake it. I don't know if you guys watch Patrick 4D, but he's shown a couple of people try to like fake their process with like wireframes and stuff like that, and then like they just upload like nonsensical bullshit that makes no sense. Like the wireframe doesn't actually like even partially mimic the object. I love Patrick 4D. Yeah, he's a cool guy. He is a cool dude. I have not seen that actually. Yeah, he did it a while. So I think it was like before. It was right before he did his little AI post. His what do you call it? His April Fool's post. And I guess he was talking about how somebody had submitted to. He did like an art call for like some sort of like little competition he was running. And somebody submitted a final project, and then like no project files, but they submitted like the final render, and then they had the final render with a wireframe, but the wireframe had no actual structure to it. It was just kind of nonsense, and you could tell right away, like it was just, hey ChatGPT, throw a wireframe on this, make it look like 3D, which is crazy. I'm like, if you're going so far to like try to fake the process, why are you even doing what you're doing? That's so sad to see. It is. Well, and honestly, it's more so like embarrassing for the person that's doing it, because it's like, what are you accomplishing there? What happened here? Oh, I bet you if I cut that off, it'll normalize out. Oh, shoot. That's a copyrighted song. Damn it. I bet you YouTube freaked out. Oh, it didn't. It'll mute that, though. Guarantee it. Okay, that's better. What are we dealing with here? What are you? So it's that section. Oh. So it did cut that out properly. There we go. That's better. This is definitely a funky shape. Okay. Yeah, let me see. I think on Patrick's, let me see. I think on Patrick's, I know I reposted his April Fool's because I thought it was really funny. Let's see. What's my reposts? Yeah, this one. So he did. I think he did it on this one. Yeah, so he did it on this one. So like he generated this image, and then you can see how he just like had it at a wireframe. But none of it makes sense. It's just going all over the place. Like, it's pretty hilarious. Thought that was a pretty fun April Fool's joke. I always enjoy freaking out my community, making them think I'm switching to Blender or something. Godlike topology, yeah. Because like when I started making quick tips, I think the only other person that I was aware of at the time that was doing them was Holly. She was doing her like YouTube and quick tips, or not. She wasn't really doing quick tips, but she was doing her like 3D tips on Instagram and stuff. And now there's a lot of people doing it, which is cool. It's also kind of like relieved some pressure on me because I'm like, oh, cool. I don't have to just be the only person in that space now. Because like there's other people, and that's what's really cool about it now. It's like people were afraid to post about Maya for some reason. How do those look? Oh yeah, that's not good. I'm trying to see if I can just kind of like cheat this. It's just a shape that I don't care to do. No, that's not going to be... Alright, that's not going to be easy enough to cheat. So, we're going to isolate both of these guys. And we're going to figure out how we're going to do this. I think... Yeah, I think if I grab the insides of them, I can at least get those contacts to roll out. Because I'd like to make these easier to texture, yeah. You know, I really wish there are more Maya creators. They're definitely more on the quieter side. Yeah. I asked Andrew about that, Andrew Hodgson, and he equated it to the kind of the mechanic like paradox, right? Like if you're a mechanic, the last thing you're going to want to do when you get home is work on your car. And so the people who are using Maya generally are like in professional settings. And so, you know, they're working on stuff all day long. And so like the last thing they want to do is come home and then start writing tutorials for people. So I do get it. But I also agree. I wish there were more. But you'll also find that you find people too who like do want to like make the effort to make content outside of work, and you know, try to maybe turn it into a side gig or whatever. So like there are people out there that exist. They're just few and far between. And then you have the people that copy what we do, which is that's a whole another like nuisance on top of itself. That's one thing that kind of drives me nuts is like I'll get people messaging me and be like, I think this person stole your tutorial. It's like they probably did. Like, I kind of stopped chasing it. Us bros love coming from Maya to work on Maya home. Really? You do? Oh, damn. Yeah, it happens a lot. I'd actually much prefer... It's actually much better when somebody, like, just kind of copies my tutorial word for word. Because, like, you know, whatever, that's flattery. It's when they steal my whole account and start trying to, like, upload all of my videos as, like, if they are me. That's what pisses me off. Those ones I'm pretty relentless about, like, commenting and harassing and trying to, like, get them to stop posting my content. Because, like, that's just not cool, man. I am now Cryptic Visionary. You can have the title. That looks kind of like ass, but it's okay. If I have an issue texturing these, I'll go back and clean them up. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, how much more we got? We're getting there. Oh, shoot. I literally left all of that over there. Did I texel density that? Nope. I could probably save a lot of time if I just laid these out automatically. But we don't do that here. Because I'm stubborn. I was about to ask why. Yeah, it's just me being stubborn. I prefer to know where everything is. I feel like it makes it easier for me to go through like texturing and stuff. So I don't doesn't bother me all that much. Plus it lets me kind of keep things clustered together. I like to keep things grouped. Oh wait, what the fuck? My phone was like recording. What the hell? Well, I kept seeing my phone flashing. It was just like, oh my god, it's doing it again. Why? Stop! There we go. God. Big Brother is watching. Yeah. Always. Can't say I can't say I avoid it that much because, like, I have Google Homes all over my house. Which, if you don't have a Google Home, I'm happy to let you know that when they added AI to it, it got exponentially worse. Like, it actually was somewhat usable before that, but then they added it and it got terrible. Okay. All my homies hate Google. Microsoft too. Yeah, I hate them both. I refuse to leave Windows, which is, it's kind of tough just because, like, compatibility-wise, some of the software I use is not compatible with Linux. Also, if you've ever tried to use Linux, you would know it's kind of a piece of shit. Like, it's decent, but, like, it's not for your everyday user, and I think that's kind of a problem. Like, if you're, like, a power user who does, like, coding and all sorts of stuff, Linux is probably great for you, but it's just not for your average consumer, especially if something breaks. I would jump ship instantly to Linux with the software support there. Yeah. That's also why I use tiny Windows, so the experience is much better, and I don't get all the advertisements and shit that Microsoft tries to put into Windows. So there are options to make it better on yourself. That actually worked out perfectly. But yeah, I have been slowly revolting against most of the big tech companies just because I'm tired of all the garbage, man. It all seems so unnecessary. Not exactly what I wanted, but that's fine. Cool. Alright, what else we got? I'm leaving all these, like, little bolts and screws till afterwards because those are really easy. Select all. Okay, those are all similar. We're gonna just I think I might get away with all this being on 3 tiles. That would be kind of awesome, actually. What type of I guess what distro of Linux do you like? I'll be honest. Do you have a favorite? I played with Ubuntu. I played with Kali. Kali was not it. But that's built for totally different purposes. I don't know if I've found like a favorite yet. Oh shoot, that's the Okay, these are both the same. So we're gonna go boop, boop. I didn't think I put that many screws in this thing, but I guess I did. This is part of the laser sight, which is... Where did I extract that to? I think it's right here. Yeah, it is. So let's keep these kind of with it. Just find any different places that I can put things. Oh god, I forgot about those little clips. There's 2 of them on the scope, right? Or is this? This is the back one. Okay. Okay, so that should unfold. I kind of want that to split in the middle. All right. Let's see how that works. Beautiful. Cool. Alrighty. Show textile density. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. All right. It's been a second since I saved. Save. Do. All right. Let's see. Okay. Next is these ones. Let's see. We could probably, let's see. How much time we got? Not now. Go away. Oh, damn. Yeah, we're at time. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and save this because I think that's it. I got to go run to the store and do some stuff. So, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. Thank you for all the good conversation. Remember, I will be live again on Thursday as usual, but I will also be live again on Friday morning. So, If you guys enjoy morning streams, I'll be there. If not, if you're one of my viewers in like the UK and stuff, I'll be live for one of the first times for you guys. So that'll be cool. And it won't be like a 12-hour stream that I have to deal with. So be just cool. We're going to hang out. I don't know. We'll probably be texturing. If not texturing, might do like a rendering look devs stream. I don't really know. I'll just kind of play it by ear, see where I am with this project when we get there. But yeah, everybody. So everyone on YouTube, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. You have a wonderful week. I will see you guys all live on Thursday. And until then, you guys have a wonderful one. And then Twitch, hang around because we're gonna raid. All right.